Hello. So, I decided that I'm gonna film another video, just for the simple fact that the other video that I posted, I didn't realize, that you couldn't see me that well because I was driving, it was dark, and I'm sorry if I keep looking over here. I'm filming on my phone, so it's kind of weird, but anyway, just a couple things before I get into the video. Number one, I'm sorry for the light because it is raining where I live, and it's kind of droopy, so I have like my makeup light or whatever on. The second thing is I do have dogs who are absolutely terrified of thunder. I have two pit bulls, Zeus and Roxanne. I don't know if you can see her, but that right there is Roxanne. She is not happy. She's looking outside, but she is not happy right now with the thunder, and I'm sure that Zeus will be in here soon as well. If they randomly bark in the middle of the video, I'm sorry. They do that sometimes. If they hear something outside, they'll run from my husband and I's room to the living room, and they will absolutely raise Cain. Okay, so third thing is I actually had a appointment today, so that's why my makeup is done. However, when I was in the middle of getting ready, the doctor's office actually called me and rescheduled my appointment, so I decided I'm just not going to do my hair, and instead I'm going to just make this video. Now, the reason why I'm making the second video again is because, you know, I didn't really realize that you couldn't see me with the first one that I made, and also because it's already gotten so many views. I wanted to, there were a couple things that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned, that I didn't mention in the first video. So I've made myself a little notebook here. You probably can't see it, but I've made myself a little note, like reference guide based on what I want to say and what I want to present. So, so first things first, my name is Kimberly. Should have said that at the beginning, but I didn't. Hello, this is my life. Anyway, so my husband and I have been together since February of 2015. And this is April of 2017. So we've been together a couple years. We got married in April of last year, so April of 2016, and shortly after we got married, we decided that we wanted to try and have a family. The main reason being is because based on my history, which I'll get into a little bit later, but based on my history, I knew that getting pregnant was not going to be something that was easy for me. So we decided to go ahead and kind of get a jump start and, you know, try to get it done. Not really try to get it done, but like try to go ahead and get a jump start on the process, because we knew that it was going to take a little while. And so that's exactly what we did. I went and I saw my OBGYN at the time. We will call her Dr. P. And she did a whole bunch of blood work. She kind of went over my history and all this stuff, and determined that I had a disease called PCOS, which, for those of you who do not know, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's basically cysts on around your ovaries that prevent your eggs from being fertilized, essentially, is what it boils down to. So kind of like just a backstory before that, and I made my little notes and I'm still not following it. So kind of before that, I was on the Depo-Provera shot from the time that I was in 9th grade until like summer of 11th grade, like 12th, somewhere in there, until I turned 18 at least. And when you take the Depo-Provera shot, it's basically a shot, and you take it every 3 months. during that 3 months, you do not have a period. It kind of just stops it all together. And the reason why I did that was because I had such an irregular cycle. I had super, super, super bad cramps. My, bleeding was really, really heavy. And it was not comfortable for me. So I, of course, went to the doctor, and that was their suggestion to put me on birth control. I tried the pill first. That didn't really work out. So then I went to Depo. Now, after you come off of Depo, it is normal for you not to have a period very often, if any at all, for several months, until your body kind of regulates its hormones and everything. That's completely normal. So I didn't really think anything of it. And then, I'd been to the doctor here and there, and that, they always ask, well, when's your last period? And it's always been like an area of concern, but nobody had ever really did anything for me or tried to figure out what the problem was or whatever. So anyways, so I went there, she told me I had PCOS, did blood work, all that whole scenario. And she started me on a pill called Provera. And it's basically a progesterone supplement, and you take it for usually 7 to 10 days, and then at the end of, like, when you take the medicine, within a week, you're supposed to have a period, or what they call like a withdrawal bleed. And basically what that told my doctor was that whatever in my brain triggers my body to think that I'm pregnant, it was working, and it was communicating with my ovaries. So that was step number one. And it did work. I did have what I've been calling like a medically induced period, because I don't ovulate on my own. My husband and I tried for probably 6-7 months before I even went to see a doctor. And I guess I should have known that it wasn't going to work, because I wasn't having a period. Therefore I wasn't ovulating. So anyway, once I went and saw that doctor, and she diagnosed me with PCOS, we tried the Provera for around 6 months, and I took it every other month, and the goal was on the in-between months to try and make myself have a period, or like ovulate naturally. That was the goal. That, however, did not happen. And at this point, I'm feeling like super, super frustrated with this doctor's office. I'm feeling like they're not taking me seriously, because I am, I'm 24 years old. I was like 23, I think. Like 23, or getting ready to turn 23 then. And my husband is the same age. He's 24 as well. So I felt like they weren't really taking me serious. So I ended up going and seeing another doctor. He's an OBGYN as well. He has been delivering babies for, I don't know, 30, 40 years. He's actually retired, but he kind of does his practice on the side, and we'll call him Dr. B. So anyway, I go to see him, and he told me that my blood work is not concurrent with somebody who would have PCOS. Now, I didn't mention, but at the other doctor's office, they did an ultrasound and saw, I saw the cyst on my ovaries and everything. But I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know what I was looking for. I just know what they told me that I saw. And so anyway, Dr. B, he told me that PCOS is likely not the cause, and he put me on a couple different other medications, as well as the Provera. So it was the same sort of thing. Provera, we tried that for 6 months. This was last April. Right? No, this was in November. The other doctor was last April. So this was in November. I went to see Dr. B, and he tried the same thing. He put me on the Provera. We were going to try that for 6 months. I was supposed to take it every other month to see if I would ovulate on the in-between months. However, sorry, I should have had this out. I didn't think about it. However, he also put me on a couple other prescriptions as well, just to try to kind of, like, I guess, regulate my, like, the hormones in my body and the imbalances and all that. So anyway, this is the progesterone that he put me on. It's a 10 milligram tablet, and it is Provera. Sorry, that that pill bottle is like moving. It's really weird. Anyway, so that was the Provera, and then he also put me on something called Glipizide XL, 10 milligrams. And I don't really remember what this one is supposed to do. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it's something to do with the side effects of PCOS. So with PCOS, you get a lot of, like, facial hair. When you do have a period, you get cramping and stuff like that. So even though he doesn't think that I have, like, full-blown PCOS, I still do have some of the side effects, which could be coming from like the hormone imbalance in my system, which we obviously know is an issue because I'm not having a period. So anyway, that's that, and that is Glipizide XL, 10 milligram tablets, take every day. Also, the Provera, I take this for 10 days every month, and that's it. And then he also put me on cimetidine. It's cimetidine, 400 milligrams, and I think that this is similar. No, maybe this one. Okay, this one was for the side effects of PCOS, and this other one, this Glipizide, this is the similar to metformin, which is a diabetic medication. It's supposed to regulate your insulin, because that's another thing with PCOS is you have an insulin resistance usually present in your body. So sorry, the Glipizide is the metformin, and then the cimetidine, or however you say that, that is the one that's for the side effects of PCOS. So anyways, so I take those every month, and then that's something that he started. Sorry, I have a little notebook down here. So that was something that he started back in November. So I went 6 months on that. I took the Provera every other month. On the in-between months, I did not have a period. I just didn't. I did during the months when I took the Provera, I had a period, usually 5 to 7 days. It was fine. But on the off months, it didn't happen for me. So I went back and saw him at the end of March, I believe. Excuse me. And during that visit, he told me that he wants me to continue taking those 2 pills, the metformin and the one for PCOS side effects. So I'm going to still take those. However, he has changed the Provera to where I'm taking the Provera every single month. And then he wrote me this little paper. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I'm going to try to show it to you. So he wrote me out this little paper. And what it is it's basically a 31-day like cycle. And so I'll tell you what it is first, and then I'll show it to you. So when you take Provera, you have what they call like a withdrawal bleed or a period. So you usually take it for 7 to 10 days, and then around a week or so after the last pill that you take is when you're supposed to start a period. So what I was supposed to do is on the first day of bleeding, he said, doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's spotting, if it's light, if it's anything at all, anything that is period related at all, you count that as day 1. And then you go day 1, day 2, day 3, and on day 3 through day 7, I'm supposed to take this medicine called Femara. It's a 2.5 milligram tablet, and what this is it's supposed to help trigger my body to ovulate. So I take this again day 3 through day 7, so 5 days every month, and then on day 10th through the 20th of this cycle, you're supposed to have intercourse every other day. He said it's very important that it is every other day, or even spaced out a little bit further than that, because if you do it more than that, if you do it every day, then the sperm is not going to have the I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's not going to have the ability to do what it's supposed to do, because you want to make sure that it has time to replenish, if that makes sense. So anyway, so that's day 10 through 20. And then on the 31st day, I'm supposed to take a pregnancy test. If it's positive, great, wonderful, that's, what we wanted this whole time. If it is negative, then I'm supposed to start it over and do the cycle again. So I'll do this cycle for 3 months, and then on the 3rd month, if it still has not happened, or the 3rd cycle, he wanted to see me somewhere between day 13 and 14 so that he could do an ultrasound and check out my ovaries, to kind of see what's happening. So I'm going to try to show you this paper. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to try. So here is the chart. I'll just do these days first, so you can kind of see day 1 through day 7 there, and 10 through 20, and then day 31 he has a little smiley face for the pregnancy test, and then at the bottom he has the 3 cycle thing listed or whatever. So anyway, there's that paper. So sorry, I'm gonna get my calendar here. So what I've done is I've created this little calendar so that my hubby knows what is going on. Ignore what's in green and orange writing. The Thursdays, that's our payday for anybody who cares. And I feel like this is kind of showing up like backwards on the camera. If it does, I'm sorry. But anyway, Thursdays for anybody who cares is our payday. We are a single income family. My husband is the only one that works right now, and we're fine with that. It's not a big deal. But anyway, so Thursdays are our payday, and then all of the things written in green are our bills and when they're due throughout the month. So I took my last Femara pill yesterday, so I'm on day 6 technically. No, day 8. Yes, day 8. So tomorrow is the 1st. These little hearts are intercourse days. So this is Sunday is going to be my 10th day. So we'll do, you can't even see that. Sunday is going to be my 10th day. So we'll do Sunday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, that sort of thing for the whole 10 days. So anyways, that is that. And I'm trying to think if there's any more to say. I don't think so. I think that I've pretty much covered it all. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not a doctor. Please consult your doctor before you follow the steps that I am, or before you try and, I guess, manipulate your period or manipulate your cycle to try and get pregnant. This is just what my doctor has told me to do. I'm pretty hopeful about it. I think that it's going to work. He seems pretty confident that it will. And as soon as I have an update, I will come back and let you know. The main reason for me wanting to make these videos in the first place is because I've Googled, I've searched, I've looked high and low for somebody else who has been able to get pregnant with the same issues that I have, and I haven't found anything. So I'm hoping, that not only am I going to have this video for me to look back on, but that I'm also going to be able to help somebody else along their journey, and just know, you know, with infertility, you're not alone. There are, I mean, millions of women all over the world who suffer the same things. And the number one thing that you can remember is that you're not in control. You know, you can't get mad at yourself. You can't get mad at your significant other. You can't, you know, be upset because it's not happening, because it's not going to happen on your time. It's going to happen on God's time. And, you know, I know that being that I'm posting this video on YouTube, that's kind of a touchy subject, but I'm very strong in my faith. I believe that the Lord works in mysterious ways. I know that, you know, when the time is right, that this will happen for my husband and I. And I know that God will lead us down the right path in order to make this happen when the time's right. And if, you know, if it doesn't happen for a couple of years, then it's not supposed to. It's just not the right time. So, the biggest thing of advice that, you know, that I can give somebody is just knowing that you're not in control. This is not your fault. There's nothing that you could do different. There's nothing that your husband could do different. I mean, it happens to more people than you would think. And I know that sometimes it kind of seems unfair. And sometimes it kind of seems like, you know, well, this person and this person and that person, they're getting pregnant and they're having kids and this and that and the other, and they don't deserve it, you feel. Or you might feel like they're not going to be as good of a parent as you would be, and that's okay. That's normal. You just have to remember that the children that they're having you're not going to be their parent. So God didn't intend for you to have that child, if that makes sense. The child that you have, the baby that you will eventually one day be the mother or the father of, or whatever, that child is going to be handpicked specifically for you. And that time will come. And if it doesn't, then maybe, you know, the Lord is pushing you towards adoption. Maybe there's another child somewhere that needs your help and needs your love and needs your support. So just remember that. That's, you know, that's the only thing that only advice that I can really give you. But anyways, I've yapped long enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. But like I said, today is Friday. Sunday is the 10th day. So the 10th day through the 20th day is when I'm supposed to have intercourse. So as soon as I have some sort of an update, whether it be a live pregnancy test, ovulation test, whatever, I don't know what I'm going to do, but whatever. Now my other dog's coming in here. Whatever I do, I'll give you some sort of an update. So this is Zeusy. Say hello. He's going to jump up on the bed now because he's scared of the thunder. But anyway, so as soon as I have an update, I'll give it to you. And I know that this video is kind of running long. I'm sorry. I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to leave it 100% raw, exactly how it is. If you want to follow this journey, if you want to keep updates on me, you know, subscribe to my channel. Of course, I'm not like a huge YouTuber or anything like that. I mean, I don't post crazy videos, but I am going to do a lot of infertility related videos. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, or if you want to follow this journey with me and my husband, then subscribe so that you can keep up with our videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope that if nothing else, this video at least gave you some inspiration or some hope. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I will try to answer them as best as I can. Thanks. Bye.